Hey, good evening. Thanks, everybody. Here's another fun-filled night here on Spirit Connections at the WCTV studio. I'm Tiffany Rice, Spirit Medium Tiffany, for all of you guys that don't know who I am. And I have a special guest co-star tonight, Miss Christine Downs.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. How was your weekend?
Excellent, excellent. It was actually pretty cool. I got to go to, I felt like I was on tour. I did, I had a wedding at Fenway Park.
Wow.
So I kind of got the luxury seats there and the luxury view. And then on Saturday, I actually went to a scholarship at Gillette Stadium. It was for AGC scholarships. I had April Lane on a couple weeks ago. She's the founder, and it's scholarships for couples struggling with infertility in the United States. So they were able to raise a lot of money for that.
Great.
And it worked out, but it was actually, on a personal level, it was so cool to be able to go into each, like, whether it's Fenway Park and see the sausage guy after the wedding, like, yeah, it was awesome. But you got to go into the suites and suites, not in candy, guys. Like, that's my first thought. But you got to go into the suite and check things out, and the view was gorgeous, and you had the whole park to yourself. And then same with Gillette. Even though it was a blizzard out there, literally.
I know, I saw pictures.
We were still able to go and kind of have the whole stadium to ourselves. So it was pretty neat.
Great.
And helping a good cause, too.
That's right.
What about you?
Just kind of hung out.
Yeah.
Just relaxed. Didn't do much because of the snow.
Stayed off the roads?
Yeah, I didn't feel like it, you know.
You're a safe driver.
Yeah.
It's better that you stay off the roads. I've seen you in action before.
What does that mean, huh?
Well, I'm just saying
I thought I drove
you lost a bumper in my driveway.
We're gonna air that out.
That's okay. That's okay. Hey, I'm not going to say anything else because when we travel, you drive, and I don't have a problem with it.
Until I took off my bumper, then.
That was in the summertime.
Yeah.
She came to visit me in the summer. And, yeah. That wasn't the last time.
No.
But it's been a while. It's been a few weeks since I've seen you.
It has been. I'm glad.
Mushy right now.
Oh.
But
we got some exciting guests tonight.
We do, and I'm really excited about it. They came all the way.
They did.
From New York and Philadelphia. I hope I can announce where you guys live. Don't worry, I'm not going to give out addresses.
Why not? No,
that's later. That's later. If you guys stay on long enough, I'll send it to you. No worries. But I'd like to welcome you guys, the Generic Black Shirt Group. How are you?
Thank you for having us. Appreciate it.
Thank you. I'm so glad you guys wore your shirts today.
I know,
because
so you can remember it.
That's how we find each other.
It's funny because it's such a plain name, but whenever I think of your name, I think of Plain White Tees, that group, which they have that song, Hey There Delilah.
Mike sings.
Anyways, so you have kind of like a theme song? You should have a theme song for your group.
We're working on that, too.
Well, thank you guys for making the trek up here to Massachusetts. I know that it was...
Let me tell you something. We went through fire and ice to get here.
You did? I know.
There was a fire.
Cars on their
Cars
side.
on the fire, and the ice was like that thick, and it was really a mess.
Well, you just stayed true.
But we made it here for you.
Thank you.
Oh,
that's the only reason why we did this.
I'm so excited.
And the fern that never made it onto the
And the fern. We thought about having a fern right here because I thought it would be good. Although we could table tip.
Okay.
No, that's okay. Not going there.
Not this show.
Not this show.
Another show. Another show. So, so let me introduce to everybody out there, whichever camera I'm looking at. I want to introduce you to Mike, Anthony, and Flip.
Yay.
We're lacking Steve.
Yeah, Steve.
Well, I was going to say, isn't there another member?
Yeah, he's actually behind bars right now.
Oh.
Yeah, well, the bars, he's working on some handrails, so he's behind bars. So
what he's really doing is washing all the vehicles tonight.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah,
Oh, that's okay. That's something.
He couldn't take the
Community
helicopter
service is
down,
nice.
so.
That's all right. So let me ask you guys this. I want to talk about Paranormal After Party a little bit later because I want to start from scratch with you guys because I know a lot of people at home don't know who, thank you again, Generic Black Shirt Group is. And I wish one of you guys could turn around because there's a little catchphrase. Oh, there you go, Anthony.
Oh,
show me your orbs. And do you know how many times people have asked me, oh, what do you think about orbs? But I'm not going to ask you guys that right now. I'm going to start off with, you guys are a paranormal group, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay, now, was it the same cast of guys from the beginning? How did this all take place? When did you guys start?
Basically, I mean, it evolved. A bunch of like-minded people that are, you know, into the paranormal.
Can I interrupt you for 1 second?
Sure.
Would you want to wear your sunglasses throughout the whole filming?
Always. I wear
No,
it
I mean on, at night.
like that.
Oh,
You like that
I
trick,
like
huh?
that.
You
Like
like
that,
that?
huh?
that's a,
That camera?
so, ooh.
I like that. That's
No,
awesome.
that's everybody goofs on. I used to wear a ponytail, believe it or not. And this is my bangs. I have to
Okay,
feel
that's
something on my
okay.
head. Yeah, so that's.
Sorry,
That's why I
as
wear
I
it.
was looking at you, I'm like, I have to ask. So I figured I'd start. Because I know people at home will probably ask. In their
I always
minds.
get that question. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Do I wear it all the time? Do I wear it to bed? Yes.
It should have your name on it.
Yes. Yes.
Yep.
Wow.
So anyways, getting back to the question.
Okay.
When did you guys start? Well, when were you founded? And who's the founder? Is there one particular one? Or did you
No,
guys
it's just
come
all of us
together?
together. You know, we kicked
met,
it around.
we started discussing ideas for a show, and it started, we debuted in August of this past year, season 1.
Season 1.
That ran its course, went to reruns, and we're getting ready to debut season 2 this coming weekend.
But when did generic black shirts start? That's, yeah.
Well, that's actually the brainchild of Flip. Flip had come up with the name,
Okay.
pretty much representing all the basic black shirt groups out there. You know what I mean? And
They all got them.
yeah, everybody's wearing black, you know, with the white writing, and you know, so Flip came up with the idea of generic, you know, and that was it. That was the birth of Generic Black Shirt Group.
We had all investigated in separate groups, and then
Okay.
we all came together with the idea of doing something different than everybody else does.
Correct.
You know, trying out new techniques,
And what are some of the techniques?
having fun with it. I
Right.
mean, I can't tell you how many times you see these shows and somebody will be sitting there with dowsing rods for 20 minutes, or there's more to it than that. And there's actually, when you're having fun, I think it attracts the spirits to you more.
I always say that. Because who's going to want to hang out with people that are miserable, right? That are just
true.
like,
True.
or someone who's just angry and wants to provoke all the time. Like that's,
Or someone scientific. They're writing down every little change in a millimeter or whatever, and that's not what we're about.
right?
Plus, when you're sitting in the dark for 3-4 hours, I mean, we start to entertain each other. You know what I mean? And
I love
you know,
that.
It's, get a little bored, and a lot of things that we do, a little unconventional, as you know. But we're serious about what we do. Even though a lot of people will say, you know, these guys aren't serious or anything like that. What we show is things that people wouldn't normally show. Like, say, when you're hanging out and we're doing an investigation and out of clear blue sky, somebody farts. You know what I mean? We leave it in the show, you know, because it's real. You know,
It's real.
it's
It
real. And this is what happens if we goof or laugh around. You know.
Actually, I'm sure you guys saw Saturday Night Live did a spoof on that, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Oh, really? I didn't see that.
You didn't?
No.
It's been all over, everywhere.
I wasn't
Yeah,
all
not
over.
Viral, yeah.
But a lot of times when we do the live events, people are shocked that we do take it so serious when we're
Right.
actually investigating.
Exactly.
You know, a lot of the fun stuff makes it onto the show, but when it's time to investigate, it's time to investigate.
Right.
Exactly.
Because
You know.
it's a job. It's a responsibility that you have to do.
Right, you know, everybody wants to find out, get answers, and you know, in the meanwhile, we do enjoy what we do. After a long day or whatever, we'll maybe end up, depending on the location, maybe end up in a bar, or you know, bring our own party, portable party with us.
Massage parlor.
You know, massage parlor. Yeah, you throw me in on that one.
We need everybody
Mike, I have a question for you. What
wasn't
attracted you to the paranormal? What got you into it?
Actually, I had an experience, I'd say probably about 10 years ago, where I saw an apparition. And at the time, when I saw it, my wife actually saw it as well. It only lasted a few seconds, seemed like an eternity, but I just knew there was something, you know, something out there. And then, you know, when I met up with these guys, it's fun. I mean, Flip is incredible with some of the EVPs he can pull out and such. I mean,
the
and
man's the
that-
best when it comes to that. I got
Steve's
I gotta
very
give
good
him
with
credit.
cameras, you know, going over the evidence, and you know, he sees things that you know I'd never see. But I enjoy, you know, the filming part of it, because then I get to see these guys in action, I'm really the first one that gets to see anything happen because you're in the dark.
Right.
But
Plus, he's like he has a flashlight. He can see, and we're not. I mean,
Right,
we can't
right.
see anything. So we're total darkness. You know, so when everybody sees us out there in green, it's pitch black. I don't see him next to me. And Mike's probably got the best view.
I was going to say, the one thing that I realized when doing an investigation and being filmed, not for TV or anything, but just, you know, when people use a camera.
documentary.
Yeah, I remember I had yoga pants. Okay, usually my gear is yoga pants.
Yoga pants?
That's what I wear.
Mike too.
Yeah.
Anyways, it looked like I was wearing like white yoga. I didn't realize that black actually
Shows up the opposite.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And I was like, I look hideous on that. Not that I had to impress anybody, but I'm just saying, white yoga pants. I don't know. That's just something about it. Anyway, sorry. That was a side note that crossed my mind when we were talking about that. So, for all of you guys that are enthusiasts about doing investigations and
Don't do it.
haven't used
Don't do
a video camera, just wait till you see it in the dark. You're gonna look funny. Anyway, well, no, not everybody, but anyways. So that's great. So you guys started the group, and now what was the catalyst for you guys to actually want to be unique with it and say, you know what? There's a lot of other groups out there that are on television, but like, what was that turning point for you that made you say, let's give it a shot?
I mean, even though we knew that there's going to be a lot of controversy about what we do, you know, but technically, every place, every event that people go to, they always look forward to the after party, you know. So that's what we do, you know. We do our investigations. We work hard, and you know, it's a joint venture. Everybody together. Everybody has their specialties, and you know.
Speaking of that, tell us what your specialties are. Do you each individual have a certain thing that you do for the team?
As far as like superpowers,
That'd be like
Right?
Dungeons and Dragons.
No, like does it
I love
each-
that.
Who does the research? Who,
well, Mike could fly. Right? Yeah.
He's a level 19 paladin.
What does that mean?
Ever played Dungeons and Dragons when you were a kid?
No, I don't play no video games.
Did you beat up kids that played Dungeons and Dragons as a kid?
My son plays them video games and stuff.
Okay.
You know.
no, but
Okay.
really, do you
Move on.
guys, who does research?
Actually, I like to do the research. As soon as we find, you know, a place to go, I hit the internet and see what I can find, historical societies, such like that.
It's
It's
good that way.
that's probably my favorite part of it is some of the places we investigate. I mean, you know, you just never would imagine you'd be standing someplace,
Right.
someplace that's, you know, historical, and you know, imagine a battle, Gettysburg, for instance. You know, just you know, imagine, you know, like the battles and the death and all the horror that went on with it and such like that. But just to be able to investigate a part of history, that's probably my favorite end of it.
You have a new respect for it, I'm assuming, right?
absolutely.
I know that's what happened to me, is once I started to really get involved in it, and you learned the story behind it, and you respected and appreciated the fact that this actually happened, this actually took place, and there's so much you can learn from it.
Exactly, and even if you don't find anything that's paranormal that's happening for the night, you know, the history alone and the stories, or people, you know, their experiences, and just the conversation of the experience that they've had, and to translate that to people out there, I mean, that in itself is worth it. You know, people think that, you know, every night a lady in white's going to walk down the hallway at 9 o'clock. You could set up every camera in the world, and then 9 o'clock comes, it doesn't happen. So the ghosts aren't always cooperative, you know, so they're not going to appear on cue. And you'll hear things or see things, and and then, you know, say, oh, well, you know, the camera wasn't on it at that time. You know, so there are things that happen that you don't always catch. You know, so you have to weigh the options. And, you know, if somebody has a testimonial about something, somebody says, hey, you know, this is what happened to me, whatever. Sometimes, you know, it's just as good because you're getting it from a third-party perspective, you know. It's always nice to catch it on a film, or like what Flip does, you know,
And what does Flip
EVPs.
do?
Everything else.
Everything
He does
else?
everything else.
So Mike does the researching. Flip, you do everything else. And Anthony's just in it.
I'm just in it to win it.
Yeah.
And we can't forget Steve.
No,
It's
yeah,
Steve,
it's
it's
Steve,
Steve.
Steve does very
As
well.
hard as we try to forget him.
No, we all.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody does their part. You know, everybody puts in their, their work and do whatever they can.
So you all just kind of do everything together?
Sure, sure.
Okay.
We bounce things off each other.
Right. I try to do most of the audio work, and
Right.
when we are filming the show, I like to play it back immediately, so the people
Right.
are hearing it as soon as we hear it, and they
Live.
see our excitement for actually catching EVPs.
Cool.
Excellent.
Yeah, instead of like going home and then sitting in a dark room and just listening to it and then say, oh, I got something there. If you catch something right there at the moment, I mean.
Then you can
what
work
better?
off of that.
Exactly.
You
Yeah.
can ask follow-up questions.
Correct.
As long as, once you know you're actually speaking to someone.
Now, yeah, we called the cops on you guys. Sorry.
I did it the first time.
It must be a record. It took almost 20 minutes.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Surprised you weren't here earlier.
So we heard Mike's side as far as your experience and what got you into the paranormal. What about you guys? Did you have any strange upbringings, or was it just something?
Just
where you had
total insanity. That's what. No, actually, as far as getting into the paranormal, back in the day when my son was first born, I used to have a jumper, that goes in between the doors. And what happened was, me and my wife were in bed one night, and all of a sudden, this jumper started to bang from door jam to door jam. It was a bump, 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 and it got faster. And I got up and I thought that maybe I woke up to a robber in the house or something like that. So I started to run through the rooms to see if there was anybody there, opening up closets, and nobody was there. So I came back to the jumper and I said, let me try to, debunk this, try it. And I slammed it up against the side, and it bounced maybe once or twice and came back, and I had to really push it hard. And I couldn't see anybody just passing by it to make it go that fast. The next morning, I went to the superintendent of the building, and I told her, I said, it's the weirdest thing that happened last night. And I told her the story. She goes, you don't know what happened in your apartment? I said, no. She goes, wait here. She goes inside, gets a newspaper, comes back, and it says, man stabs wife 17 times while kids look on. And they had the picture of the kids in the bassinet, And this man actually stabbed his wife in my bedroom, then put the pillow over her head and put his foot over it. And they actually got him sitting in a bar a couple of blocks away because of the footprint he left on the pillow with the blood, so. That's a lot of times to stab somebody, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a lot, think
you
about
can't even
that.
think
So,
about it.
needless to say, we didn't stay there very long afterwards,
Did anything follow you, or
weird things used to happen there. I mean, this was in Brooklyn back in the day, but forks in the house used to disappear. I used to pass by my son's room and it'd be very cold all the time, like a cold breeze, you'd feel it. And I would pass to go to the bathroom, and I'd feel like the hair stand up on the back of my neck. And I'm not afraid of anything, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? As far as something like that. But that uneasiness is like something I'd never felt before.
Right.
Call it fear. I don't know, but it wasn't right, So that pretty much piqued my interest as
That
far as
changed it,
paranormal. Yeah. So we all want to know, what's on the other side.
Yep. And
Of the curtain?
Of the curtain, the cameras.
What is
He's
it?
got to be the jokester of the team. Am I correct?
Who?
There's
Me?
always
He keeps us
someone.
going. Yeah, he keeps us going.
There's always someone.
He's all right. He's good. He comes up with some good ones sometimes.
Yeah,
But what about you,
is
Flip?
Very witty.
As far as how I got into it?
Yep.
Oh, my father was an undertaker, so I think I was doomed from the start. I mean, it was just talking about death and everything, bodies and all kinds of crazy stuff growing up. And I started out on my own, going to different events and things like that, and I joined up with a residential team, going into people's homes, and from that I moved on to these guys.
So
You moved down.
I'm going to just go out on a limb, and I'm going to say you must feel pretty comfortable with death.
Yes. I
from
mean, I don't want to die
having
tonight, but
No, I'm just
Maybe next
saying,
week.
because I know a lot of people,
We got
especially some of the
investigations
places
to do.
that
We gotta
we
stick around
that
for
we
a while.
put ourselves into, I always bring up how I haven't been to many places, so I have like just like 2 places, so I always use the same reference. Sorry guys, pretty lame.
Well, we'll bring you on an investigation
I
if
would
you
love
want.
to.
All
I
right,
would love to. But I went to Waverly
Bring it
Hills
tonight.
Sanitarium. Have you guys been there in Kentucky?
Not Waverly, not yet.
My viewers are probably like, seriously, you bring it up every episode. It's either that or Lizzie Borden. Ooh, you're
Lizzie
so
Borden's
excited.
cool.
But it's just the same references, but bores people. But anyways, I went, and my point is, with Flip being comfortable with death, there was obviously a lot of death there, and also just lost my train of thought.
Oh, happens often.
I just lost it.
It might be a train by
the mortuary. The mortuary.
Mortuary.
Undertaker.
He's an undertaker.
Father.
Yes,
Yes.
but
Spit it out.
You
Come
know-
on.
where
Sorry.
people
Sign
lay,
language, we
where
discussed
people lay.
You talking about
Funeral home?
funeral
No,
home?
but it's at Waverly Hills
The morgue.
Sanitarium. Thank
Oh,
The morgue.
you. Thank you. Simple
forgot
word.
we were-
See, that's why
Simple word.
Mike's the,
I forgot we were in
Mike's the
Kentucky.
brains of the operation.
Simple words. Sometimes it's difficult.
Yeah.
But I know a lot of people have that. Once they see a morgue, they automatically kind of get that nervousness, and
Not at all.
you don't get
You
that.
don't, yeah.
Doesn't bother me a bit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess that's good that you're well diverse. Diversified? Diverse?
I guess.
Diverse.
Well-rounded?
Well-rounded.
That's true too.
And you like hockey. You like ice hockey.
I do.
So that's
None of the
good.
teams up here, though, so let's, next subject.
Wow.
Wow.
All right.
So you don't like the Bruins? Black and gold?
Oh, he's
Wow, is the hour up already?
Anyways. Anyways. That was the only place I didn't get to go to this weekend was the Garden.
oh.
What, Madison Square Garden?
No.
Boston.
Boston Garden.
Oh,
Well,
I don't know about Boston. There you go, we had the GPS to get
All
up
right.
here.
it's probably about 45 minutes north.
Who's next? Mike?
Well, Mike's already shared with us.
Oh, where was I? I swear.
No,
You were in the chat
you stepped
room.
out for a little while.
The chat room looks like it's hopping.
Yeah, what's going on in the chat room? Anybody in there
just
got any
all-
questions?
no,
or
just talking.
they're
just
making fun of
talking.
us? Oh, what's going
No,
on?
there's someone saying bring her to Penhurst.
Okay.
All right.
I'll
Oh.
go. When is it? What's the date?
Actually, yeah.
Let's talk about
that.
We just said it at the same time.
Yeah.
So okay, so now
March
you guys,
15th,
Yes.
I can go.
if you're
That's
invited.
the Ides of March.
Ides of March?
What does that mean?
It's the Ides of March.
Is it close
Okay.
to St. Patty's Day or
Yeah, it's probably a parade that day.
Yeah.
you gonna
I'm
march in
free
the
that
parade?
weekend.
No.
Leprechaun? You gonna dress up? in
Everybody's dressing in green. I'm in green.
Steve's marching in the parade, though.
green? Yeah.
Christopher Street.
No. Well, actually, to be honest with you, I mean, we have another member of the team. His name is Chris Casella. And Chris is a professional actor. He just did something with Miley Cyrus, too.
Oh, the VMAs, yeah. He was one of her little
He was
bears
one of those little,
when she was
little,
twerking.
little bears, yeah.
Oh, really?
And
That-
he
that
did
was
play.
pretty-
He played a
that was
leprechaun,
violent.
and he's been on you know, parades and things like that. And yeah, he's a good guy, Chris.
Well, I was going to ask you guys because I know you had mentioned Steve, but when you look yourself, when I was stalking you guys on Facebook,
She does that often.
you have the group picture, and there's
Yeah.
a lot more.
And Ava Groves.
Right?
Ava's she's in the group, and
We had Lee
female Lee Moon.
My daughter Jamie comes out, and she's in a bunch of episodes.
Guest
Okay.
appearances.
So
Christine
it's
has
good. So
been.
it's all
Yeah.
it's very well rounded. You
Yeah,
know,
we
because
want,
I was
you know,
that's what I
let
was going to
everybody
ask you guys,
experience
but I
it.
didn't know if it was going to be a touchy subject because you said, "Oh yeah, Steve," and I'm like, I could have
Yeah,
sworn there was
Steve's a
more
touchy
people.
subject. We don't want to talk about Steve.
Well, Steve, we wish you were here. I hope you're watching us.
Oh,
Steve-
he's listening. He's
He is.
here.
Like I said, Steve's behind bars right now,
Washing cars. No, he's washing cars.
washing the
Yes.
cars.
So, how did you guys get involved with doing events like Penhurst? How does that come about?
We were actually contacted because we do air on television in Pennsylvania, and they wanted somebody that could move tickets for them in Pennsylvania.
So why don't we start then? Why don't I backtrack and ask? Because I wanted to kind of do that more towards
You want to work
halfway.
the Paranormal After Party.
But I guess the
afterwards.
Paranormal After Party has really set in very quickly. So let's talk about the Paranormal After Party. Now, that is a show featured on Spookytv. Yours
Yes, they
truly,
are.
Spookytv.
Spookytv is actually showing
CW.
season 1 right now.
Excellent.
But our main venue is we're on the CW, Fox, and MyNet in Pennsylvania. All on Saturday night with a
So it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, technically, you know.
yeah, it's early in the
starting
morning
from
on Sunday.
Yeah, starting from midnight hour, which is the spooky time for everybody. Fox, we're on
1 a.m. and then CW at not CW, MyNet at 3 a.m. But we're also on Friday nights at 2 a.m. on Fox. So people that didn't catch it the first week, they can see it like an encore presentation. They'll lead them right into the new episodes.
And
the
Fox
following-
out of
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania,
Okay.
Fox 56, yeah.
But once we
Okay.
air on all 3 networks, then we release it to people like Spookytv and
Oh, I
other.
And
understand.
YouTube,
okay.
if you want to catch up
YouTube.
with season 1, go to YouTube and check us out on YouTube. And,
Paranormal After Party.
Paranormal After Party, and it'll catch up on season 1. We're premiering season 2 starting
Saturday.
this Saturday, 2/22. right?
222.
Season 2 starting 2/22. And technically
That's a
Friday,
good date.
Friday
That's a
at
very
2 o'clock in the
lucky date.
morning. So there we go.
Yeah, sneak
So-
preview.
So it's a 2 day.
2 a.m.
It's a 2 day.
Two,
There you
two,
go.
two, 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 two.
And we wear tutus.
Yeah.
This season.
Well, I think you
We're
should.
not
in season 2.
Obviously, that's a no-brainer.
Generic black and white tutus we wear.
Oh, that'll totally screw me
Steve,
up.
get your
We
tutu
can't.
ready. All right.
So, okay. Now, your show, Paranormal After Party, how long is each show? Is it an hour-long show?
It's a half hour.
It's a half hour.
Half-hour show.
And do you go to different locations for each show, or is it the same location and then a return?
Different.
There's a
different
few
locations.
two-parters, but mostly it's a brand new location every show.
Right.
It depends on the evidence we get and whether we can make 2 episodes. Sometimes we have to.
Right.
Just
There's so much that
so
you
much
know
that
we
we
don't want to leave it
understand
out.
that.
You know,
I'm sure
so
Christine does too.
yeah, yeah. So you know, it goes so fast for us. You know, so
I was just going to say, you said you started in August, am I correct?
Right.
You guys
Right.
are already on season 2.
season 2.
Yep.
That is absolutely amazing.
So how many?
Fast.
How many?
Usually
episodes
13,
then?
13 episodes per season.
Lucky number 13.
13. There you go.
But season 2, I think, is going to go beyond that because we actually have locations contacting us now,
Oh, that's
trying to get us
awesome.
out there.
Yeah, everybody, and you know, like I said, you know, in the beginning, you know, everybody with the controversy about Paranormal After Party and all that, and actually, we got people contacting us from all over the place now, and they say, hey, you know, we love you guys, we think you're, you know, hilarious, but you do the right thing, and you know, we want to have you, you know, and we're happy to do it.
And we're traveling a lot more this season.
Good.
Yes.
We're doing New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Massachusetts.
Ohio.
There's tons
Ohio.
of stuff to do in New England.
And these are
no,
things
it's
that people contacted us, you know, so it's. you
Now,
know.
are these locations residential or are they?
We really don't normally do residential, but we did.
But
But depending on, I mean, the type of evidence, if there's something that's overwhelming and we have no choice, but you know, we got to do it, you know, and that's what we did this time.
we did one residential.
We did one residential, and that's actually going to. Well, I don't want to say anything, but
Coming up.
season 2, coming soon, season 2.
And you're actually filming tonight.
We
Yes.
are filming tonight.
Yeah.
So that'll be in season 2 towards the end.
We don't want to give up the location because, you know.
Maybe
you
I'll
gotta
go.
watch. That's it.
Maybe
Yes.
I'll
We
go.
don't-
You have to go.
No, you can come. You can come tonight.
I've never been to that location.
No.
So-
All right. Well, good.
Shockingly, I've never been.
So you know it's not Lizzie Borden.
It's not Lizzie Borden.
It's not Waverly.
It's not Waverly Hill Sanitarium. So we're limited with what it could actually be. So
Sanitarium.
yeah.
Told you,
I mean,
Tom, there's a sanitation.
No, but thanks for the invite. Or did I invite myself?
No, you invited yourself.
Sometimes
but, all
I
right,
do.
but
That she
we
does.
can
But it's
make-
your show.
Because I get excited and I say, I would really like to be part of this. Include me.
And so you shall be.
That's the
it. There
Aries.
you go.
The Aries.
We don't turn anyone away.
So, no,
Well,
we do.
you
we
should
do.
be selective,
We
I'm
do.
just
We're a little
saying.
selective on things,
Oh,
but
you're going to see my car circling. Oh, hey guys, I didn't know you were there. I'm kidding.
But a lot of the places that we do, the people that are there all the time, we'll bring them right into the filming because they're the ones that have the experiences, and a lot of times we can use them as trigger objects. And as
Right.
a matter of fact, with the residential that we did, just about everything focuses around the people actually in the house. And we got great
freaky
results.
stuff. Oh my God. you know. But like I said, you got to
Good time.
watch. And like I said, we have a good time. You know, we get the experience. We enjoy the people, learning. You know, the things that happen to them, and so it's everything. You know, it's not just one thing, or we don't just focus on residential or commercial, or you know, it's anything and everything to do with the paranormal, and we have a good time doing it.
And we like to find a nice balance between well-known places and the not so well-known places, the
Right.
places that haven't been investigated, you know, 2,000 times.
Right, exactly. I mean, some things are just, you know,
But
done so many times, and
in season 1, we did Burn Bray Mansion, which we had a great time. We did the old jail in Jim Thorpe, PA. Great
the
location.
Mansion House, which is basically our home headquarters.
It's like a big bat
It's in
cave.
Kresge Valley. Yeah.
Wow. Wait,
It's a big
wasn't
man
that where
cave.
Bruce Tango had his? No.
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 But Bruce is welcome.
I've never been there, so I don't know.
Well,
I was trying to.
We'll have some parties throughout, and you know, we have some cameras and everything set up there, and we do throw some parties, private invitation only. Some is on film, some not. But you know,
Well, let me clear this up because I'm sure you guys are wondering at home. So, Paranormal After Party, obviously there's no booze or alcohol or any other extracurricular activities going on during an investigation.
During.
no, not during the
During an
investigation.
No,
No,
but
right.
right after.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need that drink. Yeah.
No, it helps you relax afterwards too. You know, you're all tense and wound up. You know, but everybody, you know, even though they hate to admit it, but everybody likes to relax and enjoy themselves. We're not raging alcoholic drunks and falling down or disrespecting anybody or anything like
Right.
that. You know, same way somebody would work, work a job, and after work, they're entitled to want to sit down and have a drink of choice. You want to have a beer. You want to have, you know.
And after an investigation, you want to decompress a little bit, and you,
Right.
you speak about some of the
Yeah.
things that have
And you don't have
happened.
to.
Right.
You don't. Never mind. I had a song in my head from the '80s, so I'm going to leave that at bay. But you don't have to drink to have a good time.
No, absolutely not.
Samantha Fox.
No, Samantha Fox. That was the song she was thinking of.
Oh, she didn't have to take her clothes off to have a good time.
No, that's not Samantha.
All right.
I love Samantha Fox, so like Naughty Girl
Yeah,
Give
I
Up
remember,
too.
yeah.
I used to want hair like that. But
Yeah.
anyways, it didn't work out so much in my favor, so I kind of let that style go.
The drinking or the taking the clothes off?
Well, I meant my hair like Samantha
Oh,
Fox.
two go hand in hand.
Yeah.
You have to go there.
So
Yeah, well, it's all right. It's all right. I'll let it go.
That's good.
I'll just let it.
it doesn't make you a bad person. Put it that way.
Yeah.
But
You want to drink? Take your clothes off. Get the camera.
it just doesn't happen during the Paranormal After Party.
Right, exactly. You know, like I said, we do our investigations and everything. We're
All
a party. You know, it's, you know, once again to coin the phrase, flip. What was that? Heard something?
Paranormal.
Yes.
Something paranormal.
I thought so.
The evidence is real. The rest is real fun. I mean, that's what we
Wow.
live by.
That's
as
it.
far as
Your,
the
It's true.
That's your logo.
Evidence is real. The rest
That's
is
one of
real
them.
fun.
One of them.
Yeah.
Now,
I was going to
ahead.
ask, what came first? Like, did you?
Chicken or the egg?
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
Like, who decided that you guys wanted to film the party afterwards and put that on the show?
People that were with us.
Yeah,
You know,
all these events
when we
things,
first
yeah.
met, we'd be at events, and people wanted to hang around us, and they wanted to investigate with us because we were having a good time or injecting a little humor into it. And they're like, you know what, you should put this on film.
More on
It
the
would be
lighter
awesome.
side, you know, because you can't be stressed out all the time and, you know, tense, and, you know, we just, go with the flow and just be ourselves, you know what I mean? And if anybody's going to knock us for being ourselves, I mean, that's, you know.
Get a lot of skeptics too. You know, people that
Right.
just don't even believe in it. But after they sit down with us and party a little bit with us, hear some of our stories, we show them some of our evidence. I think we converted a lot of people. Yeah, it's,
Exactly. And believe it or not, a lot of older people now, it seems that they want to know,
they're catching on because it's becoming more.
is there an
Yeah.
afterlife? I think they're getting close to that point, so they want to know, like, there's something to look forward to, you know?
It's-
And, you know, no disrespect to
No,
anybody, but
no.
I mean, it's very true, you know?
It's funny that Mike brings that up in the sense that, you know, some people may be skeptic, but once they start talking to you and realize that you guys are just pretty normal.
we won't go there now.
I had done a reading last night with a group of people, and I got an email this morning from someone that was there during the group, and she goes, she was very happy. And the last sentence was, I thought you were going to be someone that wore a lot of makeup and had a cape and a crystal ball with you. And that was the last sentence. And I just read it. And
Totally
I
left it
literally, I
home?
laughed out, LOL, I laughed out loud. I'm like, wow, people still have that idea of how, and I talk about it a lot on the show, but people still have that stereotype. So I ended up replying to her, and I'm like, see, I can't believe you just said that. I laughed.
Right.
Spit my coffee up a little bit. But it was just funny that she said that.
Right.
And even with the show, a lot of your ghost shows out there now, I mean, that's their people that they're attracting are serious ghost hunters. So everybody's so critical of you, you know, oh, they're not doing this right.
Serious.
Yeah, or they're not asking the right questions, such like that. But here, you know, our show, we put a little tongue-in-cheek humor into it, and we're getting the people that even don't believe in it and just can sit down and enjoy
Just
watching
enjoy
the
it.
show.
And view
Because
it
a lot
as
of times they
entertainment.
say, you know,
Right.
they're watching and they're looking at a dark room for forever, and they're saying, when is something going to happen? You know what I mean? And a lot of people get turned off, you know, and they'll change the channel or whatever. You know, we get bored too, but that's what happens. We make light of things while we're
Right.
there, and it just so happens, like Flip said, it'll make it to the show. You know, it's not most of the times. I'm sure all these other shows, they have their good times and fun and everything, and it ends up on the cutting room floor. But you know, a lot of stuff we choose to leave in there to let people understand. You know, we're not these scientific ghost hunting guys that are so straightforward.
No
We're
lab
real
coats.
people. Yeah, we're
Right.
real people, and you know, we just want to let everybody know. You know, you don't have to be. There's nobody that has a degree with this. You know what I mean? You don't have to be a super brain. If it's an interest that you have and you enjoy doing it, by all means, then go do it.
I
You
have to
know.
interrupt for a minute. I actually have a question for you.
Uh-oh.
Who in the field do you admire?
Well, besides us.
Well, to be honest with you, I mean, and not because Christine is here, her brother Joe Chin. He is he's a gentleman amongst everything. Besides the fact that, you know, he's genuine. He's a genuine guy, you know what I mean? And he just, his intelligence and what he does, he'll put the humor into it, but he's serious at what he does. And the guy is, I can't, the words don't even come out of my mouth. That's how much I admire this man. I really do. And out of everybody, you know, that I've met in the paranormal field, everybody's great, and you know, we had good times with everybody.
Not everybody.
Well, not everybody, but you know, but Joe, I just feel, you know, a comfortability with Joe because he's just a real guy, and he's like us, you know.
We love Joe.
Yeah,
Obviously, you have to.
I
we
have
do.
to.
Joe, we love you, Joe.
What about you, Mike?
I'd say probably like John Zaffis.
Excellent.
You know, I admire him. But even going to some of these events that we've been to, just to meet some everyday people, you know, like Chris Vickers. You know, I was really impressed. Impressed with him. I mean, you get to meet so many people in this field, and so many people are unrecognized and such, and it's basically a one-on-one, and you know, you get to, like I said, meet an incredible amount of people that, you know, you're in the same focus. with them.
Like-minded,
Yes.
absolutely.
It's nice to have like-minded people
Yeah.
in your group. You
And
know?
they're the ones that come back to the room for the after party.
Exactly. What about you,
They're the
Flip?
fun ones. You mentioned Bruce Tango before. Awesome guy. Genuine guy.
Absolutely.
Chris DeCesare, his name comes to mind.
absolutely,
One of
yes.
the real good people
He
in this
is
room.
Real
a
guy,
lovable
real
nugget.
person.
He is.
He is.
I
you call him nugget.
I met him when you took me to Scaricon, right?
Yeah, we went to, it was the Family for Surviving Evidence. It was.
Yeah, but that was October. But Scaricon
first
was
time?
September.
Is that the first time you met him?
Yeah.
I thought you had met him before that.
No, because he was, and I met. Yeah, that was the first time.
It's Caricon. Okay.
Great guy.
Because that was
He was.
September.
I can't remember. We've been so many places, honey.
So I hear that. But
don't remember.
yes, you're right. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, it's fine.
Go ahead. Sometimes I zone.
We like the genuine people, the people that are the same, you know, as you see them. You know, when you see them in the public eye and then you get together with them, nothing changes. They're
Same person.
actual, you know, they're real.
Real. That's what it's all about. You know what I mean? These
Yeah.
are real people doing real things, and having a...
I mean, we could run off a list. John Tobin, Rosalind Bound. They're all great people.
Oh, yeah.
And they all like to party with us afterwards.
There you
Well,
go.
it was great because Christine had mentioned surviving evidence. And I was lucky enough to yet again tag along. And no, I was invited. I was officially invited.
I wasn't saying anything. We were having
A
you.
lot of people were there, yeah.
But yeah, and I had the opportunity to meet you. That's where I met you. And Flip, I had met you
Oh, the
before.
premiere, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, at the
Okay.
premiere.
Yes.
Yeah, that was in October.
Right, the premiere.
And
Brian Cano was there,
Yeah.
too.
My big screen debut.
Right.
yeah,
Literally, big screen.
Big screens.
big
He was
screen.
on the big
Yeah, I was
screen.
trying to take
My big
pictures
head
of
on the
the
big
screen, and it didn't work out. I tried to get you
So
on
if
the
you
big
guys
screen,
are
but-
at home looking for it, you need to go. What do you guys have the website for? Is it survivingevidence.com or
They
is
have a
it?
website.
I think
Or
it's
is it-
PTWM
Is it?
for Please Talk With Me. That was the first movie in the
Okay.
series.
Chris,
So
yeah.
if you go there. I
But
think
you
it's
go
PT
to, as far as with us, I mean, Paranormal After Party.tv.
I thought she was asking about the movie.
Oh,
yeah, the movie.
Oh, for the movie. I'm sorry. Okay, I apologize.
Anybody know?
So I mean that was a big, and you guys filmed that. Can you say where you filmed that or not?
Sure. The interview parts were filmed at Miss Fanny's Victorian Party House in
That's what I
Wapner.
just
Oh, I just went there.
Yeah, that's
I was
Get
there.
around. There you go.
With Brian. Yeah, that was another one. I-
Julia, another real good person.
Julia, yep, I met Julia. Well, I had met Julia at the premiere, but yeah, Brian and I went and did. It was a haunted evening at Miss Fanny's, and so I did a gallery reading, and he did his talk about equipment.
Nice little
you know,
place.
And then we did an investigation. Yeah, it was pretty cool. So if Julia's watching, thank you. It was
I know we
awesome.
filmed our parts there, and the rest was filmed at the Shanley Hotel. I know they did a lot of stuff there.
I'd like to go there
I
someday.
went to go. Well,
Did you go?
I went briefly. I was supposed to stay overnight, but that didn't happen. So there were some
Well,
other
we
issues
can-
that have happened. So
We can go and spend the night.
I think we can talk to these men. I think they can help us.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Listen, we got connections.
I'll have
all
to
right?
have a list of places that I'd like to
Bucket
go.
list.
So now, if people at home want to get in touch with you guys, or if they're thinking, you never know who's watching, so what if they're thinking, I'd love to have these guys come check out our location, how can they get in touch with you? Well, you're on Facebook.
Wow.
We are on
You
Facebook.
pointed at me.
We also have a website, paranormalafterparty.tv, that has the links to both our Facebook pages as well as our Twitter.
Right.
Okay. GPS.
GPS.
It's G.
Yeah.
Anybody on Twitter? It's GB as in black S.
Generic Black Shirt Group.
Not
No.
not GPS. like
GBS Paranormal, I believe. on
He's
Twitter,
the
correct?
Twitter.
Yep.
He's the Twitter,
on
yeah.
Twitter. Yep. These red lights are totally freaking me out. For those of you guys at home, we have these red camera lights that keep on, and I'm trying to see which one to look at. I don't know. Oh, that one. Okay.
Just look at Flip. Don't worry
I'll try,
about
I'll
it.
try.
The cameras will catch up to you.
It's like a cat following that dot.
I am.
Laser beam. It's a laser beam.
Meow.
Oh my
Sorry.
gosh.
But anyways, we like to have fun, obviously. I know I talked to you guys before we started filming, and I said, oh, you know, we just kind of take it easy and don't get nervous. There's no reason to get nervous. Because we like to have fun.
We do.
That's it. Just enjoy yourself.
Yeah,
I mean,
just like the
in life
after
in
party.
general. I mean, you know, if you take things too seriously, I mean, it's going to stress you out. It
Right.
really is. And you know, we try to, relax when we go to these places, and we do things. It's not a job. It's something that we enjoy doing. You know, and everybody, you know, that's what it's all about. It's enjoy doing what you're doing, and you know, have fun with people that are like-minded. You know, these guys, I consider them my brothers. You know what I mean? And you know, we do goofy things on each other, and you
Can I
know,
borrow $50?
text. I only got 100. You just bring 100.
I'll take the 100.
But you know, I want to know something. Bucket list. You have a place that you want to go visit that you would like to
Bucket
investigate
list.
that you haven't.
Well, Bobby Mackey's. I don't know.
I've been there. That's
I
all.
know you
That's
have,
that's
but-
crossed off my bucket list.
All right.
How about Waverly
Alcatraz.
Hills?
Waverly Hills is good.
Alcatraz.
Alcatraz. That
That'd be
sounds
cool.
good.
Mike,
Yeah, we're talking about that. Yeah, maybe next year we might be doing that.
stuff me in your luggage.
No problem.
Go.
I'd like to
But
go.
I'd really like to do like one of the battleships, something The sale, is that still available
You know
here?
what?
I heard
Yeah.
no. We actually, I do a lot of things with Legend Trips, which is put on by Jeff Belanger and Tim Weisberg. Spookytv, Spooky Tim.
Spooky.
Yeah. So we had a Legend Trip event there this past August 31st, and it was great. It was a small group of people, and we did our event, and it was nice. But now, as of about a month ago, I believe that they've shut it down for a little while. Hopefully, it's temporary. But I
Is
don't.
Is it just temporary, or you know?
We don't
Hoping.
know. Yeah, we're hoping that it's temporary, but it wasn't. That ship actually never went out to battle, I believe. So it was definitely an experience to go on there and check it
Yeah.
out. And
Yeah,
it's
again-
just sad though, because they did so many historical tours on the ship and just anything like that. It's sad to not have it at your convenience anymore. So.
Yeah. Well,
Did you answer?
one day, don't worry, we'll get you the model. You put it together.
Tiffany mentioned Waverly. I haven't been there. Like, when I was in Kentucky, I didn't go down that far. I just did Bobby Mackey's. But that's definitely a place I'd like to check out. Villisca Axe Murder House. I'd love to get in there.
Oh. I'll wait in the
That's
car.
my
No, I
car.
won't.
Oh,
'Cause
you
I'll
wait
be
in
by myself.
Oh, no. You're in trouble now.
Yeah.
All right, good. But we'll definitely take you along. I mean, if you're ever in the area or, if we're ever passing by this way,
Yeah, I mean,
we'll
I'm
kidnap you.
around.
We'll throw you in the car.
Now, so you guys air on Spook, since most of the viewers here watch Spooky TV. They're spooky regulars. Thank you, everybody. So, it's my mom.
She's like me.
Yeah.
Oh, you're welcome. Exactly. So, when do you guys not film, but when do you guys air on Spooky TV?
Thursday nights, 8 p.m.
Yeah, Thursday.
And I think it's going to work out. They have maybe 2 or 3 more episodes from season 1.
We'll catch up. It'll
If
come
they
from
blast
season
them
1
out,
right into
it'll go
season
right into
2,
season
and
2.
Nobody will miss anything. It'll just
Non-stop
continue.
fun.
Excellent. Excellent.
Non-stop fun.
And I know we're almost running out of time now. We're running
Already?
quick. Yes.
Wow.
So I wanted to touch base a little bit with Penhurst because I know we started it because I thought I'd be able to talk about
Sure.
the show after, but we
Okay.
switched it around. So Penhurst is an event coming up. How did you guys get involved in that?
Well, that was through Steve Barry.
Yes.
Steve Barry had some connections.
Haunted Entertainments.
Haunted Entertainment. Entertainments, right.
That's the website, but I think the company's Entertainment.
And that's through Dawn.
Yes.
Dawn gave us a little heads up on there, and we helped sell it out. It's sold out. Unfortunately, you can't buy any more tickets, but watch for the other events that we're going to be doing.
Where's Penhurst located?
Spring City?
Spring City,
Yeah.
yeah,
PA?
Spring City, right
But
outside
what-
Philly.
The one guy not from
Philly,
PA knows
okay.
where it is.
That's it. I didn't know. I was like, what state though? What state? For those of you guys
Pennsylvania.
that
Yeah, it's
are
in
home.
Pennsylvania.
And then where are you doing after that?
Besides the
Party.
party.
We have Lake George coming up, right?
Yeah, the Parahistory Con.
John Tobin.
We're actually sponsoring
We
that
sponsor
event.
it.
Oh wow.
We
So-
saw that.
That's going to be a real good time.
Paranormal Warehouse was going to be there too.
Yes.
Got to do a little shout out to Paranormal Warehouse.
Mike,
Mike. Great people. Like you said, we meet all these people along the way, and nothing but open arms, everybody.
Excellent.
Excellent.
I mean,
Absolutely.
I agree. I've got to meet you guys, and so far, so good.
that hasn't been an hour
Yeah,
yet.
I was just saying, you still got a few more minutes, so anything can happen.
The cops are just outside.
I know
Right,
that is
there's
right.
rain calling cops on us. So.
Anyways, but yeah, I mean, it's definitely it's there's such an array of people out there now. We always talk about that. I know when TAPS came on, the TAPS home team came on in September. That's what we talked about. There's just an array of so many people that want to be part of a paranormal team or paranormal group, or just have questions. They just have a lot of questions. A lot of people are still in the dark when it comes to this. I know we said that there are a lot of people coming out, but there's still people that are in the dark that love to, attend these events and just have questions.
We're always in the dark, pretty much. I mean, you don't
And
have
Steve's
to.
always coming out.
Yeah, he's coming out of the closet. We encourage it a little bit, but I mean, as far as anybody, you don't have to be on a team to go to these events or any investigations with anybody that's, you know.
The events are a good start. I mean, it's not
Right.
ideal conditions for investigating, like hardcore
You got a lot of
investigating.
people
Right.
together, a
There's
lot
like-
of times contamination. You know.
If you're lucky enough to get onto a event that has small groups, 4 or 5 people, you can learn a little bit.
Start off with a K2 meter. You go buy it for like
Recorder.
35 bucks.
Flashlight.
Yeah.
Flashlight.
Flashlight. Anything, whatever. There's different levels. You don't have to have sophisticated equipment. A cool tuned
Don't
ear.
go buy the FLIR first.
Yeah. Don't go.
But as long as you
don't
have a
go spend $5
generic
grand.
black shirt,
If you have a
if
generic
you have a
black
generic
shirt,
black shirt, yeah.
Represent.
and you
You
show us your arms,
represent,
then you're official. No, but it's like I said, it's a fun thing, and there's no experts, and everybody's just sharing their experiences, and that's what it's all about,
Absolutely.
There's a lot of groups out there that are having like teen camps and getting children and
Yeah.
such involved in it. And
And
Right,
we've
Joe,
done that too, yeah.
Yeah, we did,
We're doing the second one this June.
getting kids involved and stuff like that.
that's with the Spirit Reachers and SOS Paranormal.
SOS
and-
Paranormal, Jody.
But yeah, some of these
Sweethearts.
teams are just so fantastic of the things they do and help educate people, and it's just a shame. I mean, we love to work with them all, but
Right. It's tough, and it's been busy, and we hate to refuse anybody.
Which is why, too, at the live events, we don't disappear when the event's over. We hang
Stick
out.
around.
We love hearing the stories and seeing a couple hundred orb photos.
People
and-
showing pictures and, say, hey, look, Aunt Tessie was at Christmas dinner. You know what I mean? You see a little orb up there and you don't want to burst their bubble a lot of times. They want to believe that, the family members were there. And even though you debunk it, you'll see, well, the Christmas tree, there was a bulb, and it's reflecting on there. And, but people want to believe that their family members who passed were there in the seat that they normally sat during holidays. So you don't
Which
really,
we all know they are. We're never truly alone.
That's true.
Folks.
Absolutely.
Sorry, I'm not in the
you know,
my hand saying
we don't
that.
necessarily catch them.
Sorry. Never truly alone.
You know.
So yeah, you're right. We never always catch them, but they're always
Right.
with us.
And most of the times, most of the investigations we do, it's mostly like grandma or grandpa spirits. It's not like demonic stuff and things flying through the air and
Right.
So there's a lot of people don't get scared. I mean, in that sense. But
I always say
I'm not
just
saying
because
that-
things might be haunted doesn't mean that it's negative. It could just be
True.
active.
Exactly. The
So-
activities and
Well, I usually say if it's negative, it doesn't mean it's demonic.
Right.
right.
Yeah.
Because that's what most people think. Oh my God, it's evil, and that's it. And it's
Yeah.
No,
But
that's
it's not.
TV for you.
You
That's
can't
TV.
label it. That's what
No.
it is. I mean,
kind of
watch-
believe if you were an ass in real life,
Right.
you're probably an ass on that
I
side.
always say that. Your personality doesn't change.
Right.
no,
So-
Right.
no.
Well, I want to thank you guys, and
Yes.
thank you, Christine, for
welcome.
helping me out.
Thank you. Thank you
And
for having
thanks,
us.
Mike,
We really
thanks,
appreciate
Andy,
it.
Thanks, Flip. And I wish I had a fern to give you.
We will bring a fern the next time.
Right. Or a cheese and cracker pie.
Just take the table or?
Yeah, just take the
Listen,
table.
Flip, call the pizzeria. Have them deliver pizza. Put something on this
Seriously,
table.
we could have had that coffee talk.
All right, it's going to be a paranormal after party now, so
Yeah.
bring
That's
the pizza.
right.
Bring the
That's
pizza.
right. Well, on to your next investigation. And
Thank
again,
you.
thank you.
Hours
Thank
away.
you.
Hours away.
Dun, dun.
All right, so what do you want to do? You want to go out to eat now or what?
I want to eat, yeah. All right, guys. Well, again, thank
Say
you
goodbye
very
first.
much for coming on to Spirit Connections, and I look forward to working with you guys soon in the future, and hopefully I can make it to
Yeah.
Penhurst. I have the Ides of March party, though, that weekend, so I don't know.
All right, well, we look forward to coming back.
I really don't have a
that's,
party. I don't have a party. to wish you guys anything.
If you don't make that one, there's a bunch more
Right,
coming.
yeah. Exactly.
All right, guys.
And
Well,
hopefully
thank
you'll
you.
have us back here, so.
I would love to have you back.
Great.
Well, thank you very much. And for those of you guys that, la 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 la,
La la, she's going to sing for us.
I will see you next week. Thank you. Have a good night.
Good night.
Oh.